Much love to shooters, all shooters, everyone looking to improve their shooting form through a better understanding of the physics involved in shooting and the mechanics that play into that. So today we're going to be looking at specifically at sway shooting and how that affects release angle, which is a component of arc. Specifically looking at Chandler Parsons' form, who is a sway shooter. So basically, sway is the common way to describe back tilt in your shot. Leaning back, we can see Chandler is maybe at a 10-degree back tilt, 10-degree sway, you could say. And the question is, he also jumps forward. So the question is, what is this doing? Um, the main thing it's doing is it's affecting and modifying release angle. It's pushing the release angle up to add some much needed arc to Chandler's very flat line drive shot. So to try to break this down visually, we can take a look at what if Chandler was straight up and down instead of back tilted. We can see that if we just tilt the trajectory down, his the ball is going to be as low as his head before it even would get to the rim. It'd be an air ball short. However, this doesn't take into account the difference in gravity. So let's instead of looking at the flight of the ball, let's focus in on the release angle. So here's a good way to show it. This is Chandler's shot and the release angle and where he's looking. And this is if he was shooting with zero sway, 0 degree sway. You can see his release angle is much flatter, and that's basically what sway does. Now, arc is a component of release angle and power. In order to get arc, we need to point up and we need to push up. So the sway doesn't push up, it just points up. So we can think of the sway as a way to modify release angle only for the most part. It's not really affecting power of the shot, but it does have its use, and it's especially important for two motion overhead shooters. It's not as important for one motion dip shooters. So for instance, if we take a look at Steph Curry, you can see that on his release here, he's more or less straight up or down. Because his release angle, you can look at it. If he goes dip one motion up, his release angle, he's got one release angle, and he's also got power going straight up. Compared to Chandler here, who has a two motion shot, he brings it over his head, then shoots it. So he's losing a lot of power, and he really needs to sway to create an upwards facing release angle. But again, we can see how sway is not necessary in all shots, especially if you're a dip shooter. Now, Steph Curry does use the sway somewhat, but you can see how it's not as important. So that's basically what the sway is. It's a mechanism for affecting release angle which is a component of arc. So simple. Let me know what you think in the comments if you want to see more stuff like this or analysis on specific shooters. This document is from the efficient shooting resource, which is not done yet. So we're working on getting that out. Again, if you want early release on this, email energyefficientbasketball@gmail.com, as we'll put it out when it's about 80% done, looking for feedback before we do a full release. Totally free. So do what you will with it for free. Much love, spread the word, and knock down shots on court. Peace.